The next Mass Effect has a lot of unknowns: who will we play as, when it will take place, and who will be the next main antagonist. And in the next few videos on the channel, I'll be exploring all possible villains for the next game in the series, but this video will be exclusively covering the organisation known as Cerberus. By the way, this video will cover spoilers for the Legendary Edition of Mass Effect, the original trilogy, and Andromeda, so if you don't want any spoilers at all, here's your chance now.
Lockhart QT.
So we're going to start off with Cerberus. Cerberus are one of the main enemies we fight in Mass Effect 1, 2 and 3, as well as Andromeda. Cerberus, if you didn't already know, are a pro-human organisation focused on bettering humanity, and they are focused on kidnapping, murder, experiments with AI, slavery, and so much more villainy in the Milky Way galaxy. And they even had the end goal of trying to control the Reapers in Mass Effect 2 and 3. Now, the reason that I start off with Cerberus being potentially one of the main villains for the next game, however, is that in N7 Day last year, we see what looks like a man-made mass relay being constructed over an unknown planet. If you look at the architecture here, we can see a coloured structure with yellow lines, white, black and beige for detail. This is the colour scheme of Cerberus seen in the past games, being, again like I said, beige, black, white and yellow. And this matches up with past designs that we've seen in Mass Effect 1, 2, 3 and Andromeda. But the question now is, what are the implications of this? Well, after Mass Effect 3 we know that the current Cerberus members most likely went into hiding after their indoctrination and defeat during the battle on Earth. As in Mass Effect 3, members, soldiers, scientists and more of Cerberus were indoctrinated by the Reapers, basically using them as pawns. Plus, we do actually know Cerberus also appear in the far future during Andromeda's timeline, as they actually do show up in certain side missions in Mass Effect Andromeda. So, my question is, if the next game is set shortly after Mass Effect 3 or after Mass Effect 3's ending in general, will we see Cerberus again? Personally, I think it's quite likely, as they were a key villain especially in Mass Effect 2 and 3, and offered a great grey area to the whole evil versus good argument, because no matter how twisted they became, Cerberus's end goal was to better humanity, and who knows, we could see remnants of them in the upcoming game, being Mass Effect 4 or 5, trying to bring back Cerberus, because no matter how many leaders we kill within their ranks, you can never kill an idea. And as long as one member of Cerberus lives, then Cerberus lives on. One way that I think Cerberus could return is that after the Reapers were defeated, many civilizations were killed off, collapsed or badly wounded in terms of manpower and resources, so what if we played in a galaxy that was facing a big power struggle? I believe the next Mass Effect game will be us playing as either Commander Shepard, Liara, or a new character trying to survive in a lawless galaxy, fighting for land, planet, resources and power. And what if, in all the chaos, Cerberus returns with galactic domination in their midst? What if Cerberus returns as the next main antagonist in the next Mass Effect game, and they try to take control of the entire Milky Way galaxy that has recently fallen apart by promising people refuge, resources and safety within their ranks to win them over to the Cerberus cause? Because at the end of the day, after the Reaper War, the galaxy has been left in a sorry state. Personally, I don't think the Illusive Man will return at all, as well as Kai Lang, as they were both killed off during Mass Effect 3. I have to bring this up because I have seen it in my comments and on social medias, people asking me about it. So, what if we had another big Cerberus threat? Speaking of high-ranking people within Cerberus, we still have potentially alive within Cerberus being General Oleg Petrovsky, who we actually defeat in Mass Effect 3's Omega DLC. One of the options in this DLC is that rather than being killed by Aria, which will grant you a kiss from Aria by the way if you do this, the General is actually captured by the Normandy crew and the Alliance and helps give intel on Cerberus for the Alliance. If Petrovsky is spared, he contributes to the war effort in Mass Effect 3. He is taken to an undisclosed location where the Alliance interrogates him for information about Cerberus's activities in the Milky Way galaxy. He is actually cooperative here, providing the location of the Cerberus base that the Alliance destroys in Mass Effect 3, and the Alliance officials are likely to grant him asylum going forward in the future. but what if this was his plan all along? What if this was all for survival, and this was an in-depth plan to take apart the Alliance from within? Perhaps Petrovsky is given, I guess, a pardon by the Alliance after the war for helping disclose information on Cerberus, or given a lighter sentence, and perhaps this is his plan to take apart the Alliance. What if the General returns in the next Mass Effect game and to try and fill a power vacuum to help Cerberus get back into power in a lawless galaxy? Because as I said, after the events of the Reaper War, many planets such as Earth for example are completely and almost decimated by the Reapers. So then what if Cerberus sort of just step in a few years later and completely dominate? Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video on Cerberus. Personally, I do think regardless we will see Cerberus return. However, whether or not they'll be the main villain remains to be seen, because we have other entities such as the Ket and as well as Leviathan, who I'll cover in separate videos. Anyway guys, thank you so much for the patience. I've actually been on holiday and / vacation for you American viewers recently, so I haven't uploaded in about a week. So thank you so much for being patient and bearing with me whilst I've sort of had a break to get back into it. But don't worry, I've got loads more Mass Effect videos and Nintendo and Final Fantasy videos coming out very soon. Thank you so much for watching, and for more Mass Effect content on the next game as well as lore videos, which I'll cover in the future, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.